So what our report really looks into is what information exactly did policymakers, including governments across Canada, we looked at each provincial government, including in Alberta where you are, looking at what did they know exactly, and also when did they know it? Did they have any information that would guide their policymaking, or were they really just flying blind? And I think it's very reasonable to say that, okay, within the first, let's say, 1, 2, maybe even 3 months, there wasn't a lot of good data. There was a lot of, uncertainty and fear during that period in the pandemic, and so school closures happened. But the reality is that in Canada, and including Alberta, schools were closed in Alberta well into January 2022. So that's spanning 3 school years. In other parts of Canada, they were closed up until February 2022. And so just to put that into context, that is 110 days minimum that Alberta students missed due to school closures related to the pandemic, which began in March of 2020. And our report really found that there was no good reason, no evidence informed reason to believe that school closures would help in terms of the health and safety of children, or even necessarily stopping the spread of COVID-19. And certainly we knew very early on, if we're being really, really conservative in what we're saying, by December 2020 at the latest, that there was almost no significant health risk to children of COVID-19, and yet governments continued to close schools. So they really didn't let the data inform their response.